Oh, he inhaled the jig butt. Like just that line jumped so far. Oh, look how fat this one is too.
There was no indication whatsoever that there was a fish. These fish are eating well, I'll tell you.
Real good fish, man. Look how fat this one is, bud.
Oh, another good fish.
I gotta get the net for that one.
Oh, man.
Now that
Bud,
is a good quality
he
fish.
just popped it and that was it. It was all over it.
Look at the Loch Ness Monster there.
I'll tell you, if we were bass fishing right now, I'd be the first place I'd be throwing a bait.
You imagine hitting that doing 75 miles an hour, bud?
One real important thing, especially in the springtime, the wintertime in the ice will bring a lot of deadheads and trees into the water. So you really got to be on the lookout for things when you're cruising down the lake, especially in the first few months of walleye season or crappie season, because that's when you're going to get these deadheads floating around.
It's a cow.
There you go, fella.
Yep. All right. Oh.
You want right there, buddy.
Yes, sir. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. 2-pounder. Nice fish.
Right at the bottom of the boat.
Right below the trolling motor,
Now,
right?
you know what? The area that we're fishing right now actually has about 20 feet of water to the right of it. It's a prime spot for these fish to come out of deep water and start feeding.
This is a prime spawning location too. We're about a month after the spawn, like middle of May. And what you got is one of the main rivers right here in the lake, and a lot of fish will go up there and spawn, and plus they'll spawn on these islands. They're out here recouping. They're going to be eaten, especially when we see that bait like that, eh?
Absolutely. We drove around for a little bit this morning just to kind of check out the weed lines. And we got to this spot, and the bait fish were just busting. They were busting right on the surface there, but in a little bit in the weeds, which leads us to believe that these fish are waiting on the outside for the bait fish to move closer.
It's time for Motor Guide Tackle Box.
Okay guys, let's take a minute out of the action to show you exactly what we're using today. We started off in the morning with a crankbait. So cover some water, see what these fish were doing on the weed lines. You want a medium to medium light action rod, preferably a fiberglass tip rod. With that crankbait, those fish just suck it in. Deep diver, we were fishing around anywhere from 8 to 11 feet. This one here goes down about 8 or 9 feet, and that's what you need is a perch pattern. All these fish were feeding on perch that we've seen. They were spitting them out. And I like to use a bait casting reel with that too, because you got more control. But I'll tell you, what we really got them on was the old bucktail jig. They are very versatile. You can rip them through the weeds, you can work them slow, you can work them fast. As you've seen, we are working them fast, we're working them slow, and they're catching fish. Simple. The key is braided line. If you're not ripping with braided line, you're gonna miss 3/4 of the fish, trust me. You can feel that jig every time you're ripping. You need a medium to heavy action rod so that tip just bends a bit, but you've got a lot of backbone here. And make sure you got a good reel with some good drag system. And I'll tell you what, you also need the net. A lot easier to get them in the boat. You've got this, and you come up to Rice Lake and have a nice day up here, you'll enjoy yourself and catch a whack of them. Now let's get back to that fantastic walleye action.
You want the net?
Big fish.
Come on, bear fella.
Oh, nice fish.
I'm coming. There you go, buddy. Into the free bill she goes.
Nice. Just slowed the rip down. That's all I did.
Well, we know the fish are here. Just a matter of them being a little lethargic right now.
That's a beauty right there. Thank you very much. I love when people say, oh, it's got to be cloudy and raining to catch walleye.
Your nose has to be running.
But it's like 30 degrees out here. It's beautiful. Flat, calm. And we're banging them.
Well, you know, they say it's not walleye weather unless it's like that. Only reason why it's like that is because it's spring. And nothing to do with the condition for fishing.
Attaboy, Jimmy. Jimmy's got another big one.
Just swimming that grub.
That's a good one, Jimmy. Oh, that's a nice fish, bud. Look at that, Leo. Watch, get him in the boat. Oh. Nice, 3-pounder.
He's on fire.
Yeah. Well, he's just swimming that little grub back, eh? Good job, buddy.
Oh, there goes Ronnie again.
Another Another male, but good fish.
Just lightly jigging that, ripping that jig, eh?
Oh, yeah. Little male. A lot of fish in this area, buddy.
Waiting for the females to wake up.
Jimmy and I are whacking them.